Welcome back to another episode of the CPA podcast. I'm here with Jaron and Nate. Today we're going to dive in and let you guys know how you can buy a freaking truck if you're a W-2 employee. Yep, that's right. If you're a W-2 employee, there is a way that you can buy a truck and deduct that expense.
What?
So stay tuned to the end of the video. We're going to drop that gem. But first, Jaron, do you want to get into like who's eligible, how to go about it?
Yeah, so, obviously, without using the method we'll discuss later, most W-2 employees will not be able to write off their truck. And so if you're a business owner, that means if you get a 1099, if you drive for DoorDash, you're technically self-employed. That applies to you. If you've got a side hustle, a rental property, we actually just had our last week's videos about rental properties. Go ahead and check that out because there's more hidden gems in that video for how you can save money for your rental business. Now, remember, there are all sorts of types of vehicles. There's trucks, there's vans, there's Volkswagen Beetles. Motorcycles. For taxes, there are only two types of vehicles that matter. And that is trucks that weigh less than 6,000 pounds and trucks that weigh more than 6,000. Weight matters in this specific scenario.
Okay. So 6,000 pounds over and 6,000 pounds under. So Section 179 allows us to write off for under 6,000 pounds. Your cap is what, 12,200, and then you can use bonus depreciation and get about another 8. That's supposed to change. It was supposed to go up to 25. I don't know if that's happened yet or if it's going to happen here quickly. If it's over 6,000 pounds, then you can write off, essentially, you could write off the full cost of the vehicle because you're going to run out of 179 before you run out of
Would you get
cost.
Currently, I believe it's 80%?
80% bonus. I'd always do that first.
80%
I would.
bonus.
Not tax advice, entertainment purposes only, but
Sure.
I would do
the
bonus
rest.
first and then I'd do 179.
But you can combine them.
There are some limitations with this. It has to be primarily used for the business. What that means is it has to be 51% or more for business use. You definitely need to keep receipts and you need to keep track of your mileage that you have for the car. There's a lot of softwares that you can use to keep track of this. I know I use QuickBooks to keep track of mine. But when you're utilizing the car, you want to make sure that you have all the receipts, you keep track of the purchase agreement that you have with the truck. The gem that we have for you this week is how do you write off your truck if you are a W-2 employee? And the way to do that is through an accountable plan. What an accountable plan is, it's a non-taxable reimbursement plan given to you by the employer.
It's tricky.
So it's a way for the employer to reimburse you for your expenses.
Non-taxable, so that's your write-off.
Cell phone, car, internet, expenses that you would take if you were a 1099 employee. But if you are a W-2 employee, you can take these expenses if your employer is offering an accountable plan for you.
What about skydiving lessons?
Is it for business use?
Yep,
Is it ordinary and necessary?
it is.
Then we take it.
Love it.
And if you can prove that to the IRS.
There's got to be a way.
I would
That's the
love
one we need to do.
opportunity.
I'm going to write off skydiving lessons. I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Yep.
If it's a skydiving business, that seems pretty fair.
No, I feel like it's like I'm getting the
I wonder if you could write off
area. I'm getting the marketing area at a bird's eye view. Is what I'm doing.
So it's really marketing.
Yeah, I'm taking it in.
Advertising.
Yeah.
Wonder
And if you wear a
could
shirt
write off,
with the business
Wear a shirt.
soaring in a plane.
We actually know somebody who did that.
Yeah. Check out the link for that video. So basically, write off that truck, but make sure you're doing it in the right way.
Truck.
Yeah, write off your freaking truck.
Make sure it's lifted.
Make sure it's lifted.
It's not lifted. You're not lifted.
Yeah, the value of a person is the value of their truck.
How big it is.
Yeah.
I've found that.
Yeah, and when you start a business, buying a massive truck is really the
It's
best
very
way to
responsible.
get started.
Yeah, very responsible.
And that's why we go back to cash is king, right? Because you're still paying for that truck no matter what tax tricks you use. Just remember that money's leaving your bank account with those payments.
Or your wife's bank account, if you can get her to buy the truck.
If
That's what
Way
it's
better
really-
off.
if you're
That's a
able
better
to do that.
Yep. It makes me feel better about myself.
When your wife pays for your thing.
Oh, yes.
Well, that's and so stay tuned for more videos about taxes.
You're so woke.
I am. Very woke.
It's It's good to stay woke.
And stay tuned for Jaron and the hot dog eating contest.
And stay tuned for our next video.
Finance X Media out.
Like, comment, and subscribe.